Hello everybody, how's it going? Rudolph here. I'm back with another video, and this one we're just talking about kind of again another thoughts video on Pokemon Pocket. Just because I haven't really gotten too far into the game to really make any like gameplay or deck videos or anything like that. But I definitely do have a lot of opinion on the game so far, or the app game. I don't can't remember if it's on PC or not. But yeah, so far, and again, I did make another video, but this one's a little different. My other video was kind of like leaning towards the perspective of a TCG player coming from the other Pokemon app, the other Pokemon TCG game, Pokemon TCG Live, coming from that, and then jumping here. That kind of what that perspective was, and here I kind of hit on some of the same points, but this is just more so just my opinion on the game in general. But yeah, so I think so far the game is really solid. Actually, I must say I haven't ran into any glitches, anything like that. I was having a few of those problems on Pokemon TCG Live. You can definitely tell they put a lot of effort and money in, or attention into this game, I should say. I'm assuming for obvious reasons why TCG I don't think had any way. I could be wrong. As far as I can remember, I don't think it had any way for you to buy anything, so you weren't spending any money on there. This game is definitely a it's a lottery. It's a kind of a big piggy bank for them. And I know Pokemon sponsoring this game, and actually pushing and advertising this game. So yeah, this game definitely is getting a lot more hype than the live game did. And this game is kind of more general, especially if you look at the gameplay and things like that. It's a lot more easier for people to pick up. It's not as complex. It's definitely meant for a broad fan base. So I will say it is appealing to everybody, which is a good thing. You can just invite your friends, even if they're not big Pokemon fans, things like that. It's just really kind of fun game. At least battle wise, mechanic wise, and also I think this game does a really good job of just kind of giving just it's the collection aspect. I wasn't really too big on. I'm not a big on collecting type. I did play a little bit of Pokemon Go and was kind of like I did like collecting on there, especially shiny things like that. But still, just not my thing. I didn't want to like, oh, I want every single shiny or every. It still wasn't my big thing. On here, it does feel nice to get cards, especially new ones, and I'm always searching for new ones. But my biggest thing on here is looking for me personally is looking for cards to fill certain decks so I can make new decks and things like that. But other than that, like I do enjoy sometimes just getting a nice rare card, a nice cool art, and that I think really is something they made sure to push on here, just so I think it keeps people motivated to play and motivated to open more packs, and also to push the game. And I'll even give you an example. So I've recently opened some packs today, and this is rarity level, and I pulled two of these Charizard EXs in the same. I think it was in the same pack actually. I opened a 10 pack, so I'm not sure if it was in the same pack or two different packs or whatever. But I opened these like back to back, so I think they may have been in the same pack. But yeah, Charizard EX, really nice card to pull. I think I got this Blaine, Lieutenant Sarge, and I think this Pikachu all today. And yeah, that's about it. And I think this Executor, this Snorlax, I think one of these Dittos probably today, and I think I may have had everyone else already. I think this Wigglytuff also was from today. Just point out some rare cards I had grabbed today. But yeah, so really good time opening some packs today, and I wanted to point out too. I feel like I've got these cards pretty easy, not pushing too hard. I know there's people that's probably had way better pulls than me. But I feel like I'm getting decent cards already, and I think that's kind of to incentivize keeping you interested and keeping you wanting to open packs, things like that, because I think that's kind of the big objective of the game. But also the game does have, without spending any money, I've opened 30 packs. Well, I've opened like 30. I've been able to open way more than 30, but I know for sure I've just naturally gotten enough hourglasses that I could open 10 packs at a time 3 times. I've done that 3 different times, and I did that the first day, and then today I had just so many hourglasses that I was able to open 20 packs today, just off of no money spent. So I think with just a little bit of gold, I think that I had to spend like 4 gold or something like that. But I already had the gold. So anyways, no money spent. Was able to open 30 packs within, how long have I been on this game? 4 or 5 days. So I think yeah, it doesn't take a lot of money to be thrown here for you to enjoy it. I think I don't think it takes you a lot of money for you to enjoy it. I do think if you don't, like, it's gonna take patience though for you to get to anywhere like productive. Like, so I'll go here and create a deck. So I've only have 2 decks so far. One is kind of one's pretty much just another version of a Sand Slash deck, and then this is the original Sand Slash deck they gave me off rip. And so let's like see, like, can I build from a theme deck? There's only one deck that I'm pretty close to finishing, and that's this Wigglytuff deck, and I'm pretty much could build this deck. But I'm missing Jolteon and Pikachu. So, and interesting enough, I just recently learned that you can go and buy specific cards. So if I wanted to, I could go and get those last 2 little cards to finish filling out this deck. But here's just an example of a deck. Like, this is the only deck, the closest deck that I've gotten to completing, and that's from just me playing 5 days. So I haven't, like, spent no money or anything like that into the game, just purely off what I've been able to do, just from playing the game naturally and normally. So yeah, I think it's not geared. It's great. It's fun. I haven't really went into the versus battle yet. I think I played like 2 or 3. I think it said my thing said I had 3 wins. So I guess at some point I've been playing. I had to look at my battle record. Yeah, I have 3 wins. So I'm at some point I did some real battles, but the main battles I've been doing has been the solo, just because I feel like they give me a little bit more reward right now. At this current moment. So I've been doing that to just kind of feel just kind of completing some things like that right now before I really get into, like, but since I don't have a really competitive deck right now, at least I want to play with like a Starmie deck, things like that. So right now, like I said, bought a few packs. I've gotten to the point now where I'm getting close to filling out a few things, so I can pretty much, let me see. There was a few pack. How do I? Okay, I'll have to figure that out in my own time. But I know, or I guess I could look at a rental deck. Like this deck here, this Blastoise EX deck, right? So this is kind of interesting. I could probably make this deck honestly right now. I think I may be missing this Articuno and maybe the Lapras, but I definitely have the Blastoise already, so I probably could. I wonder. Can I copy? Why doesn't it let me see? Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me see the rental. Could have sworn there was a way to see that. But okay, let me not get too far off the video. So, but yeah, I think yeah, the game so far, it's a lot of potential. I'm really excited to see what else they add, what else, like, I can buy in the shop, things like that. And I'll go to, for example, today there's an event going on, this Lapras EX drop event, and this is going on for the 17th to the 17th, so pretty much 2 weeks, little under 2 weeks. And from what it looks like, you battle these decks, and you just try to complete as much as you can. And you can only battle a certain amount of times a day. It looks like only 5. So I've already completed like 2 of these, and I'm here. And the more you complete, there's a chance you get this promo pack. So I'm very interested in what comes out of that, and I really hope to pull some out of there soon, or hope to get one of those packs so I can pull it and see what I get out of it. But yeah, I'm really interested, and I'm gonna just pretty much make sure I do this 5 times a day. And one of the challenges on here is to win 20 more battles. So you're pretty much obligated to, or not obligated, but motivated to, play this every day or as much as you can. So, but yeah, anyways, that is pretty interesting. I think another thing too, like I said, I think this Pikachu, no, not that one. I bought a Pikachu today from the shop as well. So I think they're adding cars to the shop, things like that. So it's a decent amount to do. It's not really much, not too in depth of a game. Like I said, the battle system isn't too complex, especially if you come from TCG Live. It's a lot simpler. Like I said, easier for everyone to pick up. So I do enjoy that aspect. I didn't take much for me to pick it up, and it's not too much intricacy that I have to learn off the bat. So I really enjoy that. It's just simple. Pick it up. You should be able to learn it in like within 10, 15 minutes. You may not know all of the decks. If you just start jumping into battles, you're gonna definitely run into some tough battles because beginner or I think TCG was the other option. You're gonna run into beginner and yeah TCG player. So um, you're gonna run into like good players on even if you're playing on beginner and I'm not sure if it'll kick you out if you're just playing really well on beginner, but I'm pretty sure you're like it's equally competitive either way you go. So but yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, leveling up's pretty easy. Everything's pretty much like you can either cause kind of stick with your you have a few options at the beginning, and I do I do want to point this out too on the game. I just thought about this. So one thing I do want, two things actually. The first thing is you can pretty much like make your own deck. Like I think this game gives you a lot of freedom. I really feel like of making a deck that like you can just whatever your favorite Pokemon is, you can really just use it. Like you can make almost any deck viable. Any deck can pretty much win it with the right draws. As long as it's like just decent and it can do certain things. Yeah, almost any deck can win, and I think yeah, if you want to play with your favorite Pokemon, whether that's whoever, you have a good chance of winning with pretty much anyone you want to use on this game or any card. So yeah, I think and it feels balanced enough where I don't think there's any deck that just outright beats everyone else. There's some strong decks that can get up really quickly, like Pikachu, for example. I heard Starmie and the Charizard deck's really good too, especially if you can build up energy. Oh my goodness, that deck is pretty untouchable since Charizard 180 and he can hit for 200 if he needs to. So pretty tough deck to beat. And yeah, so uh, other than that, yeah, I think the battles in the like just the simplicity of it keeps it fun unless you just use a bunch of different cards and decks. And I don't think there's any deck that's just come out too crazy like, oh, this is broken deck. I've seen it's just like, oh, I made this deck and it does well, or it's just fun to play or whatever. It's nothing like too broken right now, so I think that's really good. And I think I was gonna touch on the second thing I'm gonna hop on or talking about is the fine like the aspect. Like I said, this is a pack game where you're opening packs to get cards. That dynamic alone makes the game like kind of not pay to win, but makes people incentivized to buy packs, which is essentially like gambling. So this game really didn't have to do too much to get you to spend money. You're just naturally gonna do it, and I even feel that at some point I will. I'm usually like no money spent. I'm a no money spent type player just because I usually don't know how long I'm gonna play the game, and that's why I just don't like to throw a lot of money into it. Because there was, for example, if you guys know what's the other game I was really big on for a minute, Marvel Snap. I was really big fan of Marvel Snap for a minute, but I never put any money into the game because I knew that I didn't. I knew for a fact that I did not know how much time how long I was gonna be at that game until I got bored. And this is one of those games too where like I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here, so I'm just like, okay, this isn't as fun anymore. Considering how I mean, and they have to be because there isn't too many cards in the game right now. But considering how limited like the draw is right now, and getting cards, unless you're throwing hundreds of dollars into the game, considering that that's kind of on a lower end right now, I feel like so yeah, guys, I had a call, lost my train of thought. But anyways, overall, game's great game. Like I said, there is a financial incentive to it. Who cares? It's whatever. Um, it it's not really. It doesn't seem intentional, but it's just the nature of it. So that's just what it is. But other than that, mechanics are great. Game looks good. Like the art of the cards. Love collecting new cards. Love getting a rare card. other than like, yeah, I really can't wait to start getting into some battles against real people. But right now, I'm just kind of doing the little things I can right now, playing with some rental decks because I like to see what decks are right. People are potentially using. That's why if I'm just using some of the rental decks, I get to see some of the Pokemon that people are potentially going to be using, and so I already have a good understanding of the meta. And even though I've already seen some of the top decks already, I kind of right now I'm hoping to get a Starmie deck. I'm also interested in it's like three decks right now. I'm really interested in Starmie, Venusaur deck, and a Dragon Knight deck, and I'm interested in those. So if I ever get I already have like the full Dragon Knight evolution line. I want to get this. I could probably buy the other cards if I really wanted to. So, you know, but anyways, so far so good. Yeah, balanced game, fun. You don't really have to pay to win. Like I said, just gonna take a little time, effort, and like just kind of selective luck too. I guess because your pulls, what you're pulling. So, but yeah, so far this is my thoughts on the game. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I kind of am as well. Can't wait to really get into the battles. But other than that, yeah, really enjoyed everything so far. Yeah, really great game. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Real diversity, man. We are out. Peace. Oh, hit that like, subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. We're out. Peace.